Like the great one says, boiled chicken. The reason these guys make it work as a babyface is because they sound and act real. Everything Cody does sounds and feels performative, like he's in a theater class. Chat, is this true? Is he bad on the microphone? I wouldn't necessarily agree. He brings out the emotion sometimes, but I get where you're coming from. When it comes to Cody, it really depends, people. I feel like he's a really good promo. Sometimes he does make you believe he's passionate. The vibe I get from Cody always is that he legitimately loves this business. He takes it seriously, and I always say, if you've seen so many clips of him interacting with wrestling fans, kids, women, all that stuff, we made the right guy famous. He's a nice dude, he's a good promo. The issue is, and I talked about this before, when somebody gets to that point, WWE are keeping it safe. Yes, I'm doing... Oh my god, Lithuania's Got Talent. When they gave him the championship, he completely... lost it, in my opinion. I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble and I'm gonna go to Wrestlemania. A lot of times it's the same shit over and over again. Because like I've said, when you get to that point, WWE sees, well, it's working, might as well milk it for a few years. So the performative part, yes, sometimes he be saying shit like, and now, Roman, I got the keys to the kingdom, Roman. The Cody we saw before WrestleMania 40, that is what I'm talking about. He did sound like CM Punk, he did sound real. What is the boiled chicken reference? Bland and tasteless, without any nuance. This is beautiful, I'm not even smart enough to come up with that explanation. But of course, people, welcome back to another Reddit video. Make sure to join right now. So far, we're posting daily Reddit content where I just can yap about professional wrestling as long as you work. Sheep of the Great One's channel, go to work, go to the link in the description below and make posts, whether it's a hot take, use pictures by the way, I'll talk about, you wanna be in a video, you wanna be famous, you want me to make you famous, put in the work. These two aren't beating any allegations. Okay, I think wrestling fans went a bit too far at this point. I think it's too far at this point, although I gotta tell you, this is nice, like a sugar daddy to Cody. You know, do I like nice Triple H? Do you like the way I dress? Absolutely, Cody. Do you like my fur, Cody? I killed the animal myself, Cody. As wrong as all of this is, it is funny. It is funny. People have been doing this long enough. It's kind of crazy how it always used to be Vince McMahon and Roman Reigns doing the wild type of shit, you know, kissing and holding hands. You know, memes of it, obviously, not in reality, although I don't know. Bret Hart would say it was Shawn Michaels always, they were sleeping together, according to Bret Hart. Not my words, Bret Hart's words. I think, people, look, I think for the most part it makes sense that Cody is at the top. It's just how they get to that point. What are Cody fans even doing? Cody Rhodes broke his after falling from a 16,000 feet due to a torn parachute. Doctors said he wouldn't be able to piss and come again. 2 years later, he This is why Chris Jericho is such a great heel. He stays in character outside the ring. Man has such big brains for the business.
I want everyone to hate me. I was super method. Like, I can remember getting into an elevator with a dad and his son, and they were fans, and I wouldn't look at them. And they were like, hey, can you sign my autograph? And I wouldn't, just ignore them. The guy got increasingly angry as we're in this, like, you're not going to look at me? Like, come on, you're not going to look at me? What are you, some kind of asshole? Like, and now they hate me. For real. But that's what I want, because I don't want to sign an autograph for them. And then they go to the arena and 10,000 people are booing me, but they're like, oh, he's really a nice guy. I want the guy to be even more so like, F you and blah, blah, blah.
Good. I know it's literally impossible to keep kayfabe alive, but as long as we have people like Chris Jericho, as long as we have people like MJF, Drew McIntyre, we're good. This is as far as you could probably go. And I feel like if the wrestling fan wanted an autograph, if he was a true, real wrestling fan, he would understand that Chris Jericho is staying in character. He would laugh it off. Like, if he would do that to me, right? Chris Jericho would do that to me. Chris Jericho, please, Jericho, please sign my autograph. He just doesn't look at me. Forehead smash! Now, seriously. I would be like, this is great. This is such a great experience. Actually, it sounds even better than getting the autograph. I got rejected by Chris Jericho. That is a story to tell. So I hope these people realize he just created a very special memory for him. And can we also acknowledge the fact that Chris Jericho is looking great? Ready for the WWE return. Lost a lot of weight, looking good. Wrestling fans are always going to shit on you when you're cooked, but can we just acknowledge the man is looking good? Thoughts, US title ladder match at WrestleMania. Okay, you know me. Ladder match, title, Mania, good. We eating good. So what do we have right here? Mello, Ilya, Cardona, Apollo. You kinda lost me. Nothing against Apollo, he's good, but it's just like, we have like a lot of talent in the WWE, and I don't see WWE really saying, the rumors of LA Knight missing Mania, but we need Apollo. Other than that, for the most part, sure. At the end of the day, if you have like Trick, Mello, Ilya, Ray in this, it's already good. That's all you need for the, high spots. So I would be interested. But I also really want to see Ilya versus Carmelo because it could literally steal the show. Danhausen says he wants The Undertaker to induct him in the WWE Hall of Fame. Well, he's joking. He's joking. That is the joke. That is the joke, people. And I want a Randy Orton cameo in my video. Johnny Sin's younger brother, John Sins. I will need time to get used to this look. Because he had luscious, beautiful hair. Luscious, beautiful hair. But he committed, man. He committed. Kofi Kingston is trying to recruit Javon Evans as a member of New Day because he reminds him of his younger self. This story has so much potential. And my dumbass forgot to talk about it during my Raw review, but yes, absolutely. I said this as well. He really is the modern day Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston used to do all sorts of crazy shit that back then used to, look very special, but Javon is just on a whole different level. Do we like that idea? Javon Evans in New Day. Well, obviously, they're heels, so probably it's just going to be a rivalry between Javon Evans and Kofi Kingston. But do we like that idea? In a way, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston trying to put him over, obviously they would need to be babyfaces. I don't hate it. Kofi Kingston could be his mentor. He really is in that position right now where he could be a mentor. In a way, I don't necessarily mind that. Okay, sensing a redemption arc for New Day. Kick out Grayson so Juwan can make them learn how to be their old selves again. That sounds kind of fun. Yes, that really sounds fun. Juwan Evans is slowly turning them babyface. Like, look, cereal, guys. You used to like cereal. What happened to you? So this younger guy is basically trying to change them. I can see the vision. Carrying Wrestlemania main event all by himself. CM Punk is honestly doing some of the best work of his career in 2026. On the mic and in some of his matches, the man in form. True workhorse champion. Okay, first of all, let's give it to Roman too. He actually did some cool shit during this rivalry so far. It's just that CM Punk appears more. So, yeah. Deserves a bit more praise. I'm still convinced, people, CM Punk haters are basically AEW fans and are just coping. Look, I don't agree with everything CM Punk did or said or his views on things, but it doesn't matter to me because the shit he does on television is good. And I'm watching a product where a fake character is trying to entertain me, and he does. Whether he is a problem backstage or not, doesn't really bother me that much. Of course, we're gonna talk about it and speculate because it's interesting, but at the end of the day, if he is good on television, if he's doing some good shit, I feel like it's none of my business, but also, I do feel like he's not as bad backstage as people are making it out to be. It seems like he's just fun to be around, whether he's pretending or not. Again, I don't care. Who's better, in-ring mic character? As much as I love Seth Rollins, I would pick Chris Jericho any day of the week if we're talking about the peak Jericho, right? So when it comes to in-ring right now, obviously it's Seth Rollins. You can't even compare that shit. Microphone, Chris Jericho, by far. Character, Jericho had so many characters and so many of them were successful. I really especially love the 2010 version. The best in the world version of Randy Orton. Randy is best in the world, by the way. Chris Jericho. I would pick Chris Jericho, but I do like Seth Rollins. Spot the difference, okay? And he has Daisy in his corner, man. I got no chance. I'll say this, though. I did lose a lot of weight. Nothing close to this yet. What happened to the storyline? Why is nobody talking about this? Paul Heyman states that the call Adam Pearce got this week on Raw was a call from someone that no one wants to hear from. Heyman adds that not even Triple H would want to take a call from them. Again, yes, I don't think it was explained. I assume it was TKO. It was The Rock, right? It was The Rock, it was TKO. That's the idea, isn't it? But maybe it was answered. Let's check the comments. Probably The Rock, yes. So he got a call from Vince? No, Vince is out. He's no longer in the WWE. Wouldn't make sense. Probably a TKO executive. That's what I'm talking about. It's just basically people who are even higher than Triple H. That was the plan. That's the idea, in my opinion. Is that the Cheetos devouring the big guy Ryback? Man, they tried to fool us that this is Seth Rollins. I think at this point they're not trying anymore, but imagine if this is the guy that they've been teasing, you know, attacking division. Who is he? And then randomly just Seth Rollins pops out, but now he's all chiseled. That would be hilarious. Nah, it's not Ryback, man. This is a different build. Ryback is all muscle. This man, he appreciates an occasional pizza. Let's just say that. Are they not doing this at WrestleMania 42? That is kinda wild to me. That is kinda wild, but maybe, obviously, this match is going to end in shenanigans, and at WrestleMania we're going to get the legit match, and winner, well, loser loses the mask. That seems like the plan. That seems like the most obvious scenario. Thoughts on Oba winning? Good. He should have won. I just wish the match was a bit longer because Rusev, he was kinda like squashed. He was in the Kit Wilson position. That's kinda unfortunate. Two things can be true at the same time, my beautiful people. Oba winning, yes, absolutely. No, not even a discussion. It's just that you would think that Rusev is a bit stronger than that. Will the Demon come back at WrestleMania 42? It seems like that is the plan. That is the plan, and yes, people, he's not winning the IC Championship. He's winning the Mega Burger Championship from Dominic, which is good, I guess. It's a world title at the end of the day. I feel like that's why he didn't brought back the Demon for CM Punk. That is legitimately the reason. Just so at WrestleMania, he could bring the Demon to Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic being scared during the match, like, what the fuck am I watching? What is this? What is this guy? Live, save me. So I feel like that is the reason. Triple Clown cooked this Raw. And this is what I'm trying to say so often in my videos. Just because WWE in general can be so bad doesn't mean that sometimes an occasional good episode doesn't happen. A good moment. Why do people feel like I need to pick sides or some shit like that? I'm a grown man. I don't need to pick sides. But thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe to this channel right now. Join the subreddit, The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.